Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a reading for whoever needs to hear it, okay? I'm actually going to tell y'all some stuff that happened. Okay, we have death falling out, number 13. 13 is actually my favorite number. So an ending and a beginning. Some change, some transformation, transition, a metamorphosis, an end of a cycle. That's feeling like to me like a butterfly. A butterfly goes through metamorphosis, goes from one stage to the next. I don't know why I'm hearing like uncomfortable, being uncomfortable, but because as a butterfly changes, I guess from a worm or in its shell, or not its shell, its cocoon. So being birthed, something being birthed, but something had to die before something could be birthed, because they say when a death happens, a birth is also happening at the same time. So today, I'm just actually doing tarot, just, you know, along with what I came to say. Yesterday, some things happened, and at first I was like, okay, so why did that happen? I started off my day and I had everything lined up the way it should be. So I completed the first task, went to go do the second task, and when I got to the second task, everything was thrown off schedule. Or what I thought was off schedule, because it was different than what I was trying to do. So I made peace with it, and then I had to make a decision. The decision that I made was for me to today start with the second task that I had planned for today first. Okay, so let's see what the hell this is, because that's a lot. Okay, so we got conversations happening again. All right, so I'm gonna just put this here, because then I'll read it, but I just want to do the cards while I'm talking, because it actually is going to have the energy that pertains to what I'm talking about, okay? Okay, so because everything I thought was thrown off yesterday, and I had things lined up for the way I needed them to go, or the way I thought they should go today, so when the second task got thrown off yesterday, and now made me to put the second task for today first, and then go back to the second task of yesterday today, putting that one second. Okay, also along with that, there was a change happening that made me a little bit uncomfortable, but I knew it had to be done in order for me to now progress to something else that would make me better in the end, okay? So I'm trying to give y'all this without, you know, giving y'all my business, because it's not really your business, but I feel like it's your business. I'm trying to help someone that will understand. So I had to be uncomfortable for 2 seconds in order for me to be comfortable later on down the road. I ended up making it work and rearranging some things, and so there was another task that I had that was supposed to be completed, but this task was supposed to be completed by someone else, okay? So I had done something, put it in motion, but the people didn't see it until they were supposed to see it yesterday, which was March the 1st. I didn't get a email, so that led me to call today and say, okay, so I did what you told me to do. They said okay. So they started working on that process. In the process of them working on that, I was already doing what I needed to do to get my first situation started and the ball rolling. So I completed that task, and then I started moving towards the second task. And then as I'm completing getting to the second task, the people that I had working on something else, they called, and now that was being done. But now they're saying, okay, because today is not yesterday, then we need you to sign the paperwork again because today's a different day than yesterday. And because it wasn't sent yesterday, then I need for you to just put one last signature on it, okay? Okay, so I did that. And that's funny because this card coming out, the Nine of Swords, I was actually stressed out yesterday behind what I thought was supposed to happen. And the thing that I had to do that made me uncomfortable was stressing me out a little bit. So anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia, hopelessness, trauma, and despair. It wasn't serious, but it was serious because it was making me uncomfortable because there was something else I wanted to do in place of that. But again, this thing will make it better for later. Okay, so now today I'm talking to someone, and I told them, because they thought that because of what happened yesterday that I had something to say. And I said, honestly, the way my life is going right now, I understand that there's a higher purpose, like a higher authority working on my behalf. The Hierophant being there. There's a higher authority working on my behalf. And yesterday, I couldn't change anything as to what happened yesterday. So why would I be upset? And I said, furthermore, the way my life is set up right now, I have come to the conclusion that when things don't go the way they're supposed to, that's God basically, you know, protecting me or slowing me down for a reason. But then what I made note of is after things aligned themselves the way they were supposed to, apparently I was a day ahead because my day today went literally how yesterday was planned. The first task that I did yesterday is the same first task that I did today, but I did the first task and I completed it. The other thing got moved to a situation to where everything aligned today. So I did the first task, I did the second task. The other thing that I thought that was going through aligned itself, and everything went through today, but it was supposed to, I guess it was supposed to be today, but I did it yesterday. I was thinking it was yesterday. So somehow I started thinking about this, and I'm like, I must be a day ahead. I must be a day ahead of whatever schedule God has in store for me. I must be a day ahead for like something, I don't know, because yesterday was actually put on ice and today went the way that yesterday was supposed to have gone from what I was thinking or from what I had planned. So a situation is hot, like literally hot, because that's what I was getting all day today, heat. And so it gave me the feeling of Jonah and the whale. And I can't, you know, say the story word for word, but when Jonah was supposed to be somewhere at a certain point in time, and God kept sending ways for him to get there, but Jonah didn't understand the signs, so he had him swallowed up in a whale and had the whale deliver him to where he needed to be. And so that's the vibe that it was giving me. And even right now, I'm not even gonna lie, like I was actually about to, you know, not do this reading, but something is telling me that I have to. So here it is, because apparently maybe somebody else might be experiencing the same thing and they might not understand, or just maybe somebody needs to hear it. Sorry, I can't give you too much of, you know, my circumstances, but I think I explained it the way it needs to be explained. Again, you being either slowed down, you're being slowed down for a higher purpose. So apparently I was a day ahead and I needed to be slowed down for something. But as everybody knows, and I tell y'all real quick, like I move real fast. There's been a thing with me about like distractions, and I felt like I just shouldn't pay attention to certain things because it's like, I don't know, it's throwing me off as to a lot of the stuff that's happening, and I kind of been in my own little bubble and trying to figure out how certain things have even come into existence right now. And it's almost like, one thing that I've been saying is, I feel like I'm in, and I know I'm not, but I am. Well, I guess I am. I feel like I'm in spiritual protective custody. So I don't know if that's like, no, what is that called? When you, the government hides you. Witness protection. That's the way I feel. I feel like I'm in witness protection. Spiritual witness protection, though. So it's very weird and very strange. It's kind of hard also to explain without being able to. And again, I'm getting heavy on the like spell work. I don't know what that is, but either somebody is casting a lot of spells, or it's just a major download of spells that are coming. And I don't know what a lot of these things are. It's almost just like, how do I explain it? It's kind of hard because, again, first of all, it's hard because I don't really talk to anybody about these types of things. So, of course, y'all are on my spiritual channel, so y'all get it. But a lot of the times, like, there's stuff that's happening that I don't know how it's happening or why it's happening. So, yeah, I don't say it, or I don't try to, I don't know, express it, I guess. But either way, something is happening because the air is different right now. And the air is different to the tune of, like, all day today, it's been like the best smells around me. And there was a spell that I was given the other day because faith without works is dead. So you have to, you know, although divine is helping you, you still got to make a move. You still got to be able to protect yourself. So if you're protecting yourself, you will protect yourself in the physical. You still have to protect yourself in the spiritual. And so there was a certain smell that I was getting that went away after I did the spell. So now, today, what I've noticed is it's almost like a fight, because I can feel whoever that is, either they realize that they're blocked and they're now trying harder, but what is that about? Because, like, who would be doing that and why? Why are you doing that? Like, your energy and your smell is nasty. So why are you doing that? And I, me, myself, and I, okay, so it's, all right, I'm gonna just go with these cards. So then we have the ending. We have an ending, but then that turns you into like the Fool. So you're starting again, a new chapter. So there's Justice there at the bottom of the deck. When you start over in a new chapter, it's like being reborn. So a rebirth, and a rise of the phoenix. So what you were, you are no longer. You're a new soul, a new thing, a new creature, a new being. So there's a new beginning, new possibilities, innocence, spontaneousness, optimism, trusting divine, trusting in life, having blind faith, being adventurous, loving and accepting the new opportunities, and just feeling all around like a pleasure. no matter what's happening, it's almost kind of weird, because even if there is chaos or even surrounding you or in your life, you feel like a sense of peace. It's peaceful. So it's peaceful again. That means divine working on your behalf and bringing things, because I said something the other day, and I know it's not true, but I still feel that way, because, and I know God hasn't turned his back on me. God would never turn his back on me. But at the end of the day, that's what it feels like sometimes when, like, how did those people even get anywhere near me? How did those energies, but it was a thing. I needed you to learn this. So in order for me to get this result, I had to let that happen. And yes, it is a prolonged period of time, but it's going to be okay. Everything's okay. You didn't die when you could have. A person literally tried to kill you. Spiritually, they tried to just bury your soul. Energetically, people just invading your space. So much magic, so much voodoo, so much stuff that basically should not have been done. Like, too many people involved in a situation, and me saying, God, like, what did I do wrong in order for me to do that, in order for that to happen? And God telling me, like, and I've been hearing this, but it's just sometimes it's hard. It wasn't that you did anything wrong, you did everything right. And that was the problem. Even when people were doing shit to you and attacking you, you still showed them love. Even when people, like, abandoned you thinking that they were, you know, hurting you, you still remained happy. You still had joy in your heart. You still had love in your heart. You still had happiness. You still had bliss. You did everything right. And I kept saying, even before, God saying, are you okay? Me saying, God, do you see these people? Yes, I see them. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Okay, well, let them do it again, because I'm trying to see how far these people are going to go. I've been warning them, but I want to see how far they're going to go. And then it started getting to the point where I'm saying, like, it's too much, because I'm one person. I'm only one person. And I have a lot of stuff going on. And it's like, I don't bother anybody. I just take care of my own stuff. And I still take care of people, even though, like, who do I have to take care of me? Me, myself, and I. That's it. So at the end of the day, it's me taking care of me and me taking care of other people. And I'm saying, God, like, you know, because people are always saying, oh, you're so strong. Well, guess the fuck what? I didn't ask for that. Why do I have to be a strong person? For what? Like, I'm thankful for that quality, but I don't want that to be like, okay, that's a compliment. Why do I have to be that? I have to be that because nobody else is there in order for me to be able to lean on, because, like, that's not fair for me. That's not fair to me. The people I lean on, or the things I lean on, are spiritual and don't really exist in this realm or in the 3D. And yes, God has me. Yes, my ancestors, they can keep me, you know, safe and in covenant with them. But at the end of the day, I'm in this realm. And on this realm, like, I don't like games. I don't like, and games meaning games that people play. I don't like that, because I'm not that. And yes, I might be too serious or something to people, or I might be like an old ass soul, or and I might come off to people as I don't know how to have a good time, but that's not true either. And people that know me know I know how to have a good time. But my past couple of years, I have been more interested in making sure other people have a good time, and now I'm only interested in making sure I have a good time. So that might be selfish, but I said it already. I'm going through a selfish phase. And so people might think that's foolish. I don't care. At this point, I honestly don't care what nobody says, because my life the way it is, you only get, like, I'm here and now. I'm in the here and now. So a lot of the things that I'm looking at and a lot of things that I'm seeing, God, I don't like that, because I just want to be able to enjoy my time. I want to be able to enjoy my time without it being a hidden agenda every time for people. And even right now, when I'm saying single, celibate, and sober, I still got people telling me that, you know, I don't know. It's like still people trying to energetically invade my space. Or sometimes, like, when I'm saying I'm not for you, because I have to keep telling people I'm not for them, because every time I turn around, somebody thinks that I'm here to be their, I don't know, their soulmate, their sunshine, their whatever it is, twin flame. There, I'm not it. Okay. And I keep telling people, just because you have a connection with somebody doesn't mean it's for you to sleep with them, or for you to be in a relationship with them, or for any other reason other than the fact that there's something that God wants me to do in your life, and something that God maybe want you to do in my life, that is designed to activate your DNA in order for you to unlock a key, a switch, or something, in order for you now to upgrade into a different level. I understand that. So it's almost like I'm having a hard time connecting with people. I'm having a hard time. And it's weird, because it's almost like once the change happened, and once I could see past the energy, it just made me like, I don't know, it's not the same. I'm not the same. I'm not the same as these people I keep running into. And not to say that it's better or worse. It's just to say that it doesn't make me thrilled, okay? It doesn't make me, like, want to write home to my mom about it and say, you know, like, it's not given. It's not given, like, this is what the experience is supposed to be. This is what it's just not giving me that. It's giving me, okay, what's my next job, God? Because I'm trying to get to my happiness. And my happiness is me. And I'm just trying to get to me. I'm just trying to get to what I am, what I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to be, and my happiness. To where it's not like, at one point in time, my life was so much like, all I had to focus on was what was around me, not any type of outside influences. And I don't know how I got attached to outside influences, because I moved, so I didn't have to do that. And so now energetically I'm being pulled in 90,000 different directions, and I'm trying to figure out, like, how did that happen? I keep my head down. I stay away from people. I literally, and I do all these things intentionally. It's not because I'm afraid. And I stay by myself all the time. Like, I'm always by myself unless I'm with one of my kids. So I don't try to be seen. I don't try to be heard. I just am not that energy, because I like it peaceful. And when you start to, I don't know, but something about it is weird, because it's almost like it just won't let me, hide, is what I guess. I don't know why. It's almost like I'm trying to pull you out of your shell, but why? Why do I have to be out of my shell? That's the part I don't get. Why do I have to be out of my... And it might be nice if if somebody explains it to me. But right now, I guess I'm not being told, honestly, too much, other than you're moving too fast. Because spiritually, they know I go the other way real quick. I've been saying that ever since this has happened. I go the other way real quick. I don't like when the energy don't feel like, I just go the other way. So, and if it starts to be like it, because to me it don't take that much. If it starts to be like a pushing and a pulling, you can have it. I don't need it, because it's not like anything that belongs to me is just going to energetically come to me. That's the way I live my life. And that's why I don't have to fight for this or that or the third. I don't gotta compete for nothing or anything like that. That's the way I live my life. So I don't know where all these other energies that have to feel like they have to meddle or tamper or corrupt, destroy, hinder, harm. I don't know where those energies came from, because that's not that. I don't have that energy. I don't do stuff malicious to people. I don't go out of my way to be vindictive, nasty, mean. I don't do that. I know how to act. My behavior is silver lining. No matter what happens, what needs to be done. If there's a problem that occurs, I am the person who, what do we got to do to fix it? What do we got to do now? Like, I'm not a complainer. I'm not like, what do we got to do to fix it? How do we go about the next phase? What was we supposed to learn in this situation? So I don't know. Like I said, it's giving me major, I'm moving too fast, or the situation is moving too fast. Well, basically me, my energy is moving too fast for whatever this thing is. And apparently I had to be slowed down a little bit. And so that was the reason. But what the other thing that I was going to say is, when I told the lady, I told her that, and she said, I love your attitude, because she said, I didn't think of it that way. And this was the other person that, was involved in the situation. She said, I love your attitude, because that's not the way I thought of it. And so even earlier today, like, a person was saying, oh, I was waiting for you because I thought that you would be like the time difference was off. And I'm like, no, that's not the way it went. And so, God does things on his time, and I had to wait until he told me to move. And so I wasn't able to move until they told me to. So either way, we have Ace of Pentacles. So some new type of money being offered to you, abundance, a manifestation, maybe of something that you wanted to do or something that you were wishing, because we have wish fulfillment over here. And I said this was like a conversation. So before, I think the Fool fell out and then these cards fell out is what I think. I'm not really sure, so don't hold me to it. So I think we should go here. But what was here was, it was Judgment. It was the Two of Swords. It was the Nine of Cups. It was the Sun. And it was also the Six of Wands. So Judgment being called on a situation. So Judgment, rebirth, inner calling, a new phase, absolution, a reckoning and awakening, redemption, forgiveness, and mercy. Forgiveness and mercy shall follow me throughout all of my days. So God granting mercy. I don't know why I'm hearing traveling mercy. So something is free. Like I told y'all, for every death or ending, there's a new beginning, and you moving around the way you want to. But then we have the Two of Swords. So difficult decisions, weighing down, optimism, avoidance, and a deadlock. That could be somebody at the crossroads. But for what I was actually telling y'all, a difficult decision. Sometimes as a leader, you may have to make decisions that are hard. So, for example, if the difference being a situation where, somebody that's close to you having to be put up for a sacrifice, meaning this person has contracted COVID or something, similar to that nature. Okay, so something simple. This person has COVID. Nobody else in the house has COVID. Would you move the single person outside of the house, or would you move everybody else outside of the house? The person that has COVID could potentially contaminate everybody else, and of course you wouldn't want that person just moving around. So this could be a person that you really love dearly, and everybody else is just somebody that you just like. But would you rather one person go or everybody have to go? All 10 people live here, but only one has COVID, the one that you love the most. I mean, it might be yourself. Either way, not you, because of course, you being a leader, you would have to say that that person has to be isolated and quarantined to themselves. You're going to move that one person and not the 10 people. I was going to make it something more drastic, as in a life and death situation, because sometimes you would have to more or less maybe kill 2 people instead of 2,000 people, depending upon what and who they were. In another scenario, in another case, if the 2 people are the most valuable people at the table and there's 2,000 other people attached that are doing nothing, then of course you're going to kill the 2,000 people, because what the fuck do we need y'all for? Y'all do nothing. So weighing out the options and seeing, you know, which way it needs to go. But either way, sometimes those 2,000 people might not be too happy about it, and they might try to bum rush you or something, and take you down. But at the end of the day, that means now you got to go about it in a way to where you can get all 2,000 people to comply with being in one place at one time in order for you to, you know, get rid of them. Because if the 2 people that are the most, why would you get rid of the 2 people that really are the most important? These are maybe 2 people who are very scientific, or they could continue with the next phase of whatever's going on, but the other 2,000 have nothing to do with nothing. So that type of scenario. But either way, the point was, a leader has to make tough decisions sometimes, and other people might not look at it like, well, why do I have to do this, or why does this have to take place, or why? Because you're not the leader. Just go mind your business and set the fuck down, because you wouldn't be able to make the tough decision. You would be sentimental. Oh, well, it's 2,000 as to 2. Well, 2,000 don't do shit. All they do is eat and take from whatever's happening. These 2 people are more valuable than 2,000. So some people wouldn't be able to make the decision, and you as a leader would. Then we have the 9 of Cups being here. A wish coming true, commitment, satisfaction, emotional satisfaction, luxury, and gratitude. A wish coming true. And wishing on a star, something that you wanted before, maybe a long time ago, maybe something that you even forgot about, but a wish being granted. And it says luxury, so that would probably mean like your surroundings becoming very luxurious, or you leveling up in some form or fashion, because we already talked about a level up. We have the Sun card, which is a yes, radiance, you being radiant. That also goes with the wish card, like yes, your wish being granted, and everything levels up for you. Everything changes for you. So positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, warmth, celebration, success, and rebirth. All is well. And then we have the 6 of Wands being here. Public recognition, victory, progress, and self-confidence. So you receiving the accolades that you deserve for whatever this situation is. Progress, meaning you being able to move forward into whatever this situation is for you. A victory, you completing the cycle and getting it done, and just being more happy in your situation, being very self-confident. Like you are proud of yourself. You're proud of where you came from, or how far you've come. You're proud of your changes. You're proud of your growth. You're proud of whatever it is that you're proud of, but just understanding that you've done the work, you've done the hard work. Okay, so we have the Hierophant being here. This is about institutions, traditions, religion, society, and its rules. Social approval, conformity, forgiveness, being bonded, which is held to something, mercy, wisdom, and trust. And something about mercy, goodness and mercy shall follow you throughout all of your days. You are a blessing. Your energy is a blessing. I know my energy is a blessing. But being held to a higher standard because you do sit under and with God. Trusting yourself, being wise, and making great choices and decisions, which I said something about being a leader, because that's what the Hierophant is. That's a leader. It could also be spiritual, religious energy. And I don't know why I'm seeing cult energy. This could be a group of people, a collaboration, a team. So society and its rules, maybe you and this group coming together to create. Okay, I really like that energy. Then we have the Hermit. So shedding light on a situation. Introspection. So thinking, you know, what do I need to do? How do I need to do it? I don't know why I'm getting something about your subconscious mind. Something that you, and that could be a wish, the wish coming true. Excuse me, something that you've been thinking about, something that's been in your subconscious mind. It's been behind the scenes, but literally it's something that you've been manifesting the whole entire time. Something that you meditate on, something being revealed, or something actually coming to fruition. Also, being in solitude, being alone, introspection, like evaluating yourself. Like, am I a good person? Do I take care of others? Do I have morals? Do I have good values? Do I? Trying to be a better person, okay? So take it how it resonates for you. But this is what I have for you guys. And thank you for coming to my channel. Hope it helps someone, and go with God.